The 2010 CES was all about mobile internet devices. Some of the biggest manufacturers have put out their concepts, but so far only Apple has been able to put a product on the market, that being the iPad. In May this year, we published our annual update of the Consumer Electronics Database, forecasting sales of other portable computers at about 9.1 million units. This category that includes devices like the iPad without a physical keyboard and operating mainly by a touchscreen. Making this forecast, we had to rely on the BAS new product growth model for consumer durables, but fitting the BAS curve to the different market realities across the world has proven to be difficult due to a large number of qualitative factors that are difficult to quantify. Chief among them would be the popularity of Apple as a brand. It varies greatly from market to market, and really there are a lot of restrictions on how much effect it has in these markets. One major source of avoiding this difficulty was looking at the performance of other Apple products in some of the other categories like mobile phones over the past, and applying what we've learned to this new market in a quasi-monopolistic environment. It should be noted that this isn't a full monopoly, as consumers still have the choice of waiting for a competing product rather than buying an iPad now. Early signs across the developed markets are positive. The iPad gray market sales of iPads past the initial launch in the US have done very well. Yet still there are difficulties with supply shortages, and also the addressable audiences outside of the United States are significantly smaller. This puts our estimates for Asia Pacific for 2010 at about 1.3 million units, with 1.9 million units going to Western Europe in the same year. The PDA, or the Pocket PC, provides the best historical reference for the prospects of mobile internet devices past their initial launch. Looking at the development and the proliferation of Pocket PCs and PDAs in the late 90s, early 2000s, provides a great example of what happens once the initial demand is exhausted. The early adopters of both devices have very similar profiles. They're mostly male, middle-aged, well-to-do, urban. The difference is that the mobile internet device finds itself in a very different environment from the Pocket PC. Cloud computing, the availability of online media makes the mobile internet device a much more useful device than the PDA could ever be. Therefore, the addressable audience of it will be much bigger, meaning the sales will peak far above the 11 million units the consumers bought of the Pocket PCs. The PDA is also a great example of what's likely to happen in the long run. As a device, it may be extinct, but we're still seeing a lot of the features that were held by Pocket PCs in the mobile phones that are growing very rapidly today. Similarly, in mobile internet devices, we're likely to see an absorption of features from devices like netbooks with a physical keyboard. Ebook readers are likely to influence the devices in gaining e-ink or similar screens. Similarly, ebooks are likely to get more processing power, and netbooks are likely to get touchscreen to compete with these devices. In the long run, we're likely to see an emergence of some sort of a hybrid device that combines some mix of these features. The smartphones already today are becoming increasingly data-centric. The Dell Streak already has one of the largest screens, and by many is considered very close to a mobile internet device. It's definitely too early to write off the ebook into obsolescence. We have to keep in mind that media sales are a big part of the revenue mix for many of the producers. Therefore, getting ebook readers into as many hands as possible will maximize that revenue for the publishers. Therefore, we're likely to see low-cost devices being available foreseeable future. Similarly, netbooks are likely to remain popular in developing markets, where for many households it is the main PC, especially for those households that don't necessarily have internet access at home.